Halo, good morning. Welcome to PJJ Pendidikan Agama Islam Magister Program of UIN Syekh Nurjati Cirebon. With me, Rika. Welcome class D and also class C. Thanks for joining this class. So this is the fifth meeting, pertemuan kelima. We already have first meeting in synchronous, and then the second, the third, and the fourth, and this one as the asynchronous. So if I'm not mistaken, next week will be your synchronous. So we will meet in face to face by Zoom or Gmeet next week. All right. This meeting, I will share my screen. Let me share my screen before we start the class. I hope you can find my screen. All right. All right, this one. So this is the fifth pertemuan kelima untuk PJJ class, remote class. Topik hari ini kita sebenarnya we would like to discuss about the previous task that you already done at the previous meeting. So the theme is pembahasan tugas pertemuan keempat. All right, let's start this meeting. As you can see that the previous task is about the third question relates to the paragraph. This is the first question. What is the idea of paragraph? Of this paragraph, right? I'm sorry, already read this paper. This paragraph. Maybe just something like skimming this paragraph because I don't really think that you need to read this seriously because we have this skimming reading method in reading. We call it a skimming reading. And I'm sorry you already do that. And this is the paragraph. It's only a paragraph. And all you have to do is find the idea of the paragraph. All right, I already checked your answer. And thank you for answering this question. Nah, this is the pembahasan. This is the discussion about the idea. All you have to do, and you have to remember that if we talk about the idea, sometimes in Bahasa Inggris, in English context, the idea may come at the first, in the beginning, and in the last sentences. By looking at this paragraph, you may found that it's clear enough that the idea is in the first paragraph. I already put some marks here. Let's say, for example, by reading these sentences, following independence in 1945, the Indonesian government made efforts to improve education in order to cultivate an independent Indonesian population. That was the first sentences. Next sentence, that was the first sentence, and the next sentence, one of this effort was to include religious education in schools as the subject had been prohibited during the colonial period. It is a citation from Asgaf in 2005. And the next sentence is the first legal basis for blah, 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 and so on and so forth. All right, next time, if you find a paragraph, you have to pay more attention in the first sentence and also the last sentence. Let's take the last sentence. Teaching in school specifically, which one? All right, this joint regulation was further codified in Law Number 4, 1950 on education and teaching in schools, specifically Article 20, paragraph blah, 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 and so on and so forth. Right, and you already read the first and the last paragraph. I'm sorry, you can decide which one is the idea. How can we know the idea? The first one is, I give you the clue. The first one is you have to know the keyword. So find the keywords. And for this paragraph, the keyword is efforts. Why? Because you can find in the first paragraph, following independence in 1945, the Indonesian government made efforts to improve education in order to cultivate an independent Indonesian population. From the whole paragraph, from the whole sentence, the keyword is the effort. The second one, how can you know that the keyword is efforts? Let's check the second sentences. Kalimat kedua, one of these effort was to include religious education in school and blah 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 and so on and so forth. Nah, by looking at the second sentence, kalimat kedua still relates to the first one, masih berkaitan dengan effort. So, we assume that this paragraph is about the effort. So, the main idea is the effort from the Indonesian government to improve in education in order to cultivate independent Indonesian population. In short, in simple, the idea the idea of this paragraph lies in the first paragraph and the first sentence. Let's say from following independence in 1945, the Indonesian government made efforts to improve education in order to cultivate an independent Indonesian population. That was the idea, the main idea. Tapi boleh juga sih dipendekkan menjadi apa sih idenya? The idea is the Indonesian government made efforts. Itu juga sudah mewakili. Begitu ya. Nah, selanjutnya yang ketiga, all you have to understand, all you have to know that sometimes the paragraph consists of demonstrative determiner. It is seperti yang this, those, something like that. Itu ternyata sangat berguna untuk menemukan main idea of the paragraph. Let's say kita lihat contohnya. Kalimat pertama tadi sudah kita bahas, and then the second sentence use the demonstrative determiner. It means that kalimat kedua, kalimat ketiga, dan seterusnya itu merupakan the supporting sentence atau kalimat penjelas untuk kalimat pertama yang tadi. Jadi lain kali, kalau misalnya pertanyaannya main idea, tinggal cari aja yang pertama keywordsnya kira-kira apa ya. Kemudian kalau nggak yakin, bisa menggunakan demonstrative determiner ini, misalnya this, that, those, and this, untuk memastikan apakah memang kalimat yang lain-lain itu adalah supporting sentence atau kalimat penjelas dalam bahasa Indonesia. Begitu. Kita latih lagi untuk soal nomor 2. So this is the second question. Still relates with the paragraph, but it's different with the previous one. The same question, what is the idea of the paragraph? This is the second paragraph that I give to you as your task, and I am sure you already read this passage. Now it's time for us to discuss this question. This is the discussion, pembahasan kedua. The question is, what is the idea of this paragraph? It's easy sebenarnya Bapak Ibu. You can find here, I already make some marks. Beberapa ada sudah saya tanda-tandain sebisa mungkin supaya mempermudah pemahaman. Yang pertama kita lakukan adalah baca, sudah selesai baca. Setelah membaca, fokus pada kalimat pertama, kalimat terakhir, bacanya secara skimming, tidak usah terlalu serius, tapi memang harus fokus. And then you will find the keyword. Which one is the keyword? The keyword for the first sentence is shift. Shift in a policy. Kita lihat, kita baca dulu. After the transition from the old regime, all order regime, to the new order era, there was a shift in government policy concerning the legal status of religious education in schools. Dari kalimat tersebut, idenya adalah adanya sebuah shiftness in government policy. Kalau saya pendekkan berarti menjadi shift in policy. Ada shift itu kalau kita lihat kamus bersinonim dengan change, artinya ada shiftness, ada perpindahan, pergantian berkaitan dengan policy, kebijakan pemerintah. Itu kata kalimat pertama. And then let's check the second sentence. This change, ada lagi penggunaan demonstrative determiner. Ada penggunaan this jika Bapak Ibu perhatikan. Berarti biasanya kalau ada pakai this, that, this, and those, itu bukanlah kalimat utama, melainkan supporting sentence atau kalimat penjelas. Kita tinggalkan kalimat kedua, kita cek kalimat ketiga. This decree remove the provision allowing students to bla 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 bla. ada lagi penggunaan this. It means this or demonstrative determiner pada kalimat ketiga ini refers to the previous one and refers to the previous one too, the previous one, which means kedua kalimat ini, kalimat kedua dan kalimat ketiga itu merujuk pada kalimat utama yang kebetulan lagi-lagi letaknya di awal paragraf. Oke, jadi kita simpulkan bahwa yang pertama harus dicari adalah idenya, keywordnya dulu. Perhatikan kalimat pertama, mungkin juga kalimat terakhir. Biasanya idea itu berada di awal atau di akhir. Kemudian pilih decide the keywords. Kebetulan di soal ini adalah there was a shift in government policy, tapi aku mau pendekkan menjadi shift in policy. Boleh ya? The policy, a shift in policy, atau there was a shift in government policy itu boleh silakan. Kemudian yang ketiga adalah deteksi kembali, find the demonstrative determiner. Sebuah kalimat kalau diawali dengan this, that, this, and those itu berarti bukan kalimat utama karena memang dia sudah menggunakan kata this, that, this, and those sebagai refers to atau merujuk ke kalimat sebelumnya. Itu salah satu ciri-ciri untuk mempermudah Bapak Ibu menemukan idea. Kenapa ya kita perlu tahu ide utama? Karena ketika menulis, membaca, yang disampaikan itu adalah poin utama, poin penting. Sementara kalimat-kalimat supporting itu ya tugasnya hanyalah untuk mensupport statement Bapak Ibu sekalian. Ini bisa berguna ketika nanti menulis ataupun membaca tulisan-tulisan yang bersifat ilmiah, jurnal, dan sebagainya. Kita lanjut ke pembahasan ke soal berikutnya, the third one. Pertanyaannya masih sama, the same question, what is the idea of the paragraph? This paragraph a little bit long if we compare with the previous one. Jadi bacanya nggak usah yang terlalu serius, boleh pakai skim karena kita punya metode membaca skimming dalam reading. Artinya dibaca dengan cepat, tapi ya harus fokus juga gitu ya. Alright, ini kita cek dulu paragraf pertama. In 1946, Minister of Religious Affairs Regulation Number 1 was issued, defining a madrasah as an institution that primarily teach religious knowledge as well as some general subject. Kalimat kedua, this regulation, kalau Bapak Ibu, if you pay attention with my previous explanation, you may detect that the second sentence kayaknya bukan kalimat utama deh, karena pakai determiner. Ada this regulation. This regulation refers to the first one, the regulation number 1. Alright, this is the pembahasan number 3. Ini aku sudah buat marks-nya untuk mempermudah. Please focus on the first sentence. Kenapa ya di awal lagi? Emang kebanyakan seperti itu. Coba kita lihat yang terakhir. Kira-kira poin nggak ya? Idenya di akhir nggak ya? Kalimat terakhir itu dimulai dari after undergoing several changes, beberapa perubahan, including through Ministry of Religious Affairs Regulation Number 7 of 1952 and Ministry of Religious Affairs Decrees Number sekian sekian sekian, the structure of madrasahs eventually became equivalent to that of public school. Oh, idenya ada sebenarnya berkaitan dengan equivalency of the madrasah. Nah, let's check back to the first one, the previous one, the first line, the first sentences. It still relates to the last one, but at the first sentences, it is stated that the idea of this whole paragraph is about the regulation number 1. Why? Because the regulation number 1 disebutkan bahwa pada paragraf pada baris pertama adalah regulasi nomor 1 dimunculkan yang isinya adalah defining a madrasah as any institution that primarily teach religious knowledge as well as some general subject. Sementara di paragraf akhir pun masih inline, hanya saja di paragraf terakhir itu Sepertinya tahunnya lebih akhir datangnya 1952. Sementara tahun 1946 pada paragraf pertama itu lebih dulu. Jadi kalau dibahas ya, mana yang cocok menjadi idenya adalah kita akan ambil secara kronologis. Berarti sebenarnya paragraf ini would like to tell you about the regulation number one, and then di akhir juga nanti akan diceritakan ada lagi regulation number seven. So the idea of this paragraph should be in the first line. And keywordnya ada regulation adalah regulation number one was issued. Kalau mau dipendekin boleh the regulation number one. Itu ya, apa isi regulation number one? Starting from madrasah adalah sebuah institusi yang saya bikin dalam tanda kurung supaya lebih fokus bahwa ini adalah kalimat penjelas untuk ide utama bahwa madrasah itu sama posisinya seperti seperti sama mengajar seperti sekolah-sekolah lain ngajarin agama as well as some general subject. Jadi disamakan seperti sekolah pada umumnya yang tidak hanya ngajar agama yang oke-nya tapi pelajaran lain juga harus oke. Gitu ya. Nah, ada nggak demonstratif determiner? Bapak Ibu bisa lihat pada kalimat kedua ada penggunaan this regulation itu reverse-nya ke regulation number one. Kita lihat lagi, ada kalimat ketiga in addition. In addition itu tambahan. Kalau sudah disebutkan in addition, tambahan, berarti itu bukan kalimat utama, melainkan adalah kalimat tambahan. Itu ya. Kemudian kita cek kalimat terakhir. After undergoing several changes including true, kenapa bukan di ini? Karena sebenarnya kalau secara kronologis saya lihat ini adalah regulation nomor 7 yang tentunya regulasi nomor 7 ini pasti sudah diawali dengan regulasi nomor 1. Kebetulan paragraf ini main idenya pun ada di awal. Gitu penjelasan saya. Baik, terima kasih. Thank you for sending me your homework. Let's say it was your homework. Sayangnya beberapa tidak mengirimkan, but that's okay. Maybe I will sum your score at the end of the semester. Thank you for your attention. Sekian dan terima kasih. See you on the next meeting. Next week will be our sixth meeting. It means, if I'm not mistaken, it will be done by synchronous. So I will send you the information relates to our next meeting. Hopefully we can do the class by doing Zoom face to face. Thank you. Have a nice day. Have a nice weekend. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye bye.